5% is what we do consciously. So if our internal model, right, says I have to do everything myself in order to be good enough, AI is going to feel wrong, no matter how strategic we try to place it for ourselves. Our brain deletes, distorts, and generalizes based on our beliefs and to match our beliefs. So if our nervous system isn't on board, this tool's not going to feel safe for us. We are going to self-protect, which is also known as self-sabotaging. It is a form of self-protection in the use of it. We are going to decide it's going to be hard. It's going to be inauthentic. I'm going to be judged for using it, kind of thing. And then guess what? We're always winning the game we're playing. We will prove that to ourselves.
Welcome to Authentic AI for Entrepreneurs, the podcast that shows you how to leverage the power of AI technology without wasting your time or selling your soul. Let's embrace making AI work for you. Hey, my human friend, and welcome to the Authentic AI podcast. I'm your host, Kinsey, and oh my goodness, today's conversation is such a good one. I'm joined by my friend and subconscious success coach, Mindi Huebner, and we're diving into something that I think a lot of us feel, but don't always talk about or know how to put into words, which is this weird kind of guilt or hesitation or feeling of, I'm cutting corners, or I should just be doing this myself energy when it comes to using AI tools in our business, but not just using them, but embracing them to their fullest potential so that we can really save as much time as possible, get much more done than we ever thought we could before, and also actually generate more wealth than ever before, especially as women entrepreneurs, which is just something that you guys are going to hear. I get so fired up about. I mean, you probably already know this about me, but man, I think that more wealth in the hands of women is truly how we are going to save the world. But I will go off on that side tangent later. In this episode, we're getting into the subconscious beliefs and identity stuff when it comes to using AI tools and why it's not just about knowing how to use AI, but it's also actually about feeling safe, letting AI support you. When Mindi shared this with me, it totally blew my mind. Let me just tell you. So if you have been underusing AI, avoiding it, or rewriting everything it gives you, I'm raising my hand over here, guys. This episode is for you. And by the way, if this combo totally hits home for you, Mindi and I are actually hosting a workshop together called Stop Playing Small with AI and Step into Your Full AI Power. We'll be guiding you through both the subconscious side and the practical, actionable side of using AI in a way that actually helps you grow with less stress and more ease while feeling safe, good, and empowered by it. You can grab your seat for the workshop now at DIY.ai/mindset. Definitely go grab your ticket now because believe me, after hearing this conversation, you are not going to want to miss this one. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Hi, Mindi. Thank you so much for coming on Authentic AI. I'm so excited to have you on the podcast, lady.
I cannot wait for what's going to open up for your listeners. Like little exploding head emoji is going to happen. I know it in a really good way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys, this conversation is about to be awesome because actually Mindi and I have chatted for quite a while before hitting record this morning, and we're all already like both just so stoked and jazzed on what's about to happen. But before we dive into all the awesome tips and mindset shifts that you're going to share with us, I'd love for you to just tell everyone a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, thank you. So it took a major career shift to teach me the power of rest, knowing that I'm worthy of support, alignment, and self-trust. I hit a significant crossroads in my career about 15 years ago, and I had been part of a big sales team leading, teaching, tons of recognition, all that good kind of stuff. And my company had gone through several restructures, and then the next thing I knew, last restructure was here's an email. The subject line was like, it's over. 17 years of leadership, late nights, like pouring everything into it. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, well, who am I? Right. And what is this opportunity? It really gave me this moment to notice that, I had been showing up in a super unsustainable way because I had a belief that rest was lazy. And so I was just constantly in hustle mode and hustle mode and hustle mode. So for the first time in like 2 decades, I had this permission to step back because the hustle quit me. Like I was way too loyal to the hustle, believing the conditioning that this is the only way to success, right? This is the only way you can get where you want. So it didn't take long for me to then remember, that I get to plan this. I get to feel good in what happens. I dove into neuroscience and NLP and hypnotherapy. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, have tons of certifications or in all kinds of coaching things. And during that time, all that personal development, all that habit study, neuroscience, like that's when I realized what could happen for women because of what was happening for me. I had a limiting belief that rest was lazy, and it was shading my entire life. That conditioning, that belief was changing everything for me. And now I run a coaching business where I focus on creating sustainable, aligned success within the subconscious identity of my clients, because success gets to feel like freedom, not like someone else's plan for your life where you're checking all the boxes. And that's what it had been, not realizing that there was another way around it. So I call myself a subconscious success alchemist, which means subconscious, that all that programming running behind the scenes, right? Success, you get to feel amazing in who you're being and how you're showing up and what it looks like to have the type of business that you want. And alchemy is when we take that magic and shift it into this way of being that allows you to show up as your true, authentic self.
Wow. Yeah. I just adore that kind of story and figuring it out. And I love what you said about being loyal to the hustle. It hits so hard for me, especially as an online solopreneur for 6+ years now. And how hard you really have to hustle in the beginning in order to kind of get the ball rolling and really figure things out, and working so hard all the time. And then all of a sudden you find yourself in that snowball, just go and go and go. And the momentum is there. And it is kind of that feeling of, I'm loyal to this. This is what's happening and stuff. And especially I think for women, that is something that we feel so deeply in our bones, because we so much have to carry the load for everything in our lives all the time. And it's so easy to get sucked into that snowball of momentum and just feeling like you have to do all the things all the time. And then it takes kind of a big life moment sometimes for you to take a step back and realize, oh, wait, what if I didn't have to hustle all the time? What if I didn't have to carry every single thing in my life? What if I didn't have to do all the things all by myself, right? And I am so excited for this conversation, especially because of AI tools. This has been one of those big realizations that I've had for myself in using AI tools, is all of a sudden, oh my gosh, wait, I do have all of these tools to help me find that freedom that I started for my business for in the first place, right? To help me get those things done that I could never quite get done before, and it's been so, so wonderful. And also remembering too, that AI tools can not only help you get more done more quickly, but actually you can find that freedom and wiggle room behind the scenes to enjoy your life. But actually that takes intentionality too, because as entrepreneurs, we are all so ambitious. That this is something I struggled with when I first started using AI tools, guys, is I was like, oh my gosh, I can do so much more. And so I was doing so much more, and I was still pushing myself into burnout just by doing a momentous amount of work.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
and I was like,
yes.
Hold on, wait a second. How can I set boundaries? How can I find the balance that is the dream and stuff? So anyway, I know that there are so many freaking mindset things that come with, especially the hustle culture, AI tools, and then how we are using AI tools, especially as women and stuff. There's definitely mindset hurdles that we all have to overcome out there. So what have you been seeing when it comes to AI tools and any of those internal beliefs and mindset perspective things that we need to shift and whatnot?
Yes. Well, first, I have been seeing, just in general, let's talk about hustle for just a second. There is hustle for hustle's sake, And most ambitious women have been in that trap before. That's where I was, believing that rest was lazy. Then the only result of that was a continuous hustle and truly feeling like when I took a break, that was weakness, that slowing down was this front to my ambition, right? Which, as we know, is garbage. And this is what's running it behind the scenes. Hustle for hustle's sake. That's dead. Like that's so last year. Aligned hustle. Yes. This is where we're tapped into our true authentic self. There are times in business where we will move faster and more often. And there will be a launch. There will be a workshop you and I are going to do together, right? Let's just tease it right now. We will take aligned action that will cause momentum on purpose. We'll be very intentional about it. It's finding that harmony between who we are being and what the result is that we're actually looking for. What I'm seeing about it is that our identity as ambitious entrepreneurs is attached to earning everything the hard way, which is what hustle is. If I don't do it all myself, right, then did I really earn it? Am I really successful? This is conditioning. And one of the major things that I do with my clients is help them shed the conditioning that has had them chasing someone else's version of success, checking all the boxes and yet still feeling like something's missing because subconsciously they have identified safety with that version, that someone else's plan. And so if you in your subconscious hustle is there or support is weakness, right? Trying to flip that on its head consciously, oh no, I'm just going to do this. You can't out hustle your subconscious either. You can't outperform what you believe in your subconscious identity. And so showing up, saying yes to support like AI and really tapping into the support that it could give is absolutely counterintuitive and feels wrong. And all the alarm bells go off. And it's this place of unknown that we create this unsafe feeling inside us, emotional dysregulation, like all the things because of what we believe in our subconscious identity about who we get to be. And I would be remiss to not say mindset is our relationship with something. So all of us have a relationship with AI. We have a mindset about it. We've decided what it means about us, like all of those things. That is our mindset around AI. It's the relationship that we have with it and anything else for that matter. Time, worth, all of that. We have a mindset around it. Identity is our repeated way of beingness. It's who we are in relationship to what we want. So there is a difference. They're kissing cousins, but there is a difference in the two.
Oh, you guys, if you have ever heard me talking about how I call them the AI scaries that we all go through with AI tools, right? There's so many AI scaries that ran through my mind when I first heard about these tools. Authenticity was a huge one. I was like, isn't the internet fake enough as it is, And then, thinking about how this could potentially replace human jobs or eliminate our future. Those are all AI scaries I dealt with for sure. But then a big AI scary that pops up for so many of us is feeling guilty for using these tools. It's feeling like we're cutting corners. We're not doing the work. We won't be respected if we use AI tools, or we might even be judged for using AI tools, right? And this has been popping up for me a lot, especially when I chat with women when it comes to using AI tools, because we all know men do not feel guilty for using AI tools. That doesn't even cross their mind. However, whenever I talk to a big group of women, people are like, oh my gosh, yeah, I do feel like it's cheating or it's cutting corners, or I feel kind of guilty or nervous that I'm going to be judged for using these tools, right? And this is something I've talked about a lot, you guys. And if you're feeling that, it's totally, totally normal. But then I was chatting with Mindi about this whole concept and how I really feel like we have a lot of mindset shifts that we need to make when it comes to using AI tools, right? We need to shift that guilt that we're feeling or whatever it is. And Mindi was like, oh, hold on. This is not necessarily a mindset thing. This is kind of more of a root identity problem thing. So can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So 95% of who we are, how we operate is based in our subconscious. 5% is what we do consciously. So if our internal model, right, says I have to do everything myself in order to be good enough, AI is going to feel wrong no matter how strategic we try to place it for ourselves. Our brain deletes, distorts, and generalizes based on our beliefs and to match our beliefs. So if our nervous system isn't on board, this tool's not going to feel safe for us. We are going to self-protect, which is also known as self-sabotaging. It is a form of self-protection in the use of it. We are going to decide it's going to be hard. It's going to be inauthentic. I'm going to be judged for using it, kind of thing. And then guess what? We're always winning the game we're playing. We will prove that to ourselves because the brain deletes, distorts, and generalizes. And let's just say on the judged piece, like being judged for using it, for cutting corners, that type of thing. Your RAS, your reticular activating system, in very basic terms, brings you what you anticipate and expect. If you anticipate and expect that you will be judged, that people will have something to say, that they'll deem you as lazy, those types of things, guess what? You will see. You'll see it. Even if it's just a minuscule amount of it. Think about your Instagram algorithm. You look at one thing and now what is it serving you? I have an almost 3-year-old granddaughter. And when my daughter was pregnant with her and I was looking at things, my algorithm immediately thought this, old lady was pregnant kind of things. It's feeding me all of that. Well, your brain works exactly the same way. It's the algorithm inside there. It tailors it to what you want, to what you're deleting, distorting, and generalizing based around your beliefs. So identity, again, a repeated way of being is your subconscious identity wants to stay in the known, which it deems as safety. Or your brain is designed to survive, not succeed. It has not caught up with where we are currently in the world, right? Your brain is still that very primal. Let's keep you safe. Let's keep you in the known. Your subconscious will keep you in the path of least effort. It wants to burn the least amount of calories. So if you've decided that you have to do it all, even subconsciously, that you have to do everything yourself to be good enough, you win. And your brain's going to show you the proof of that over and over and over again. The beauty of this is how powerful you are, my queens. You literally are creating your reality. You're creating what you see and what your brain shows you in what filter. You can start shifting that filter.
Let's take a quick break.
Do you want to create more Instagram reels but get stuck on what to post? I hear you. That's why I'm excited to share our new free resource, the Reels Prompt Playbook for ChatGPT. This playbook includes 20 ready-to-use AI prompts for Reels, hooks, and captions, and makes it super easy to create trendy content that grabs attention without spending endless hours scrolling Instagram for inspiration. Whether you want to share behind the scenes, offer quick tips, or tap into the latest trends, the Reels Prompt Playbook has you covered. Download your free Reels prompt playbook at DIY.ai/Reels. And the best part, these ChatGPT prompts are designed to work for entrepreneurs in any industry. Plus, you can pair these prompts with any trending audio or any video that you find on your phone. Basically, they're super easy, super quick, and will keep your content super authentic while saving you loads of time and headache. Grab your free playbook now at DIY.ai/Reels and start showing up on Instagram consistently today. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm geeking out about this so much because as Mindi and I were talking about this before, I realized okay. So whenever I am talking about my AI scaries, as I love to share about because I feel them and I know you guys feel them too. And I offer, mindset shifts that you can use to, get over whatever AI scary you have and start using it. But there's still that internal identity that is stopping you from feeling great about using these tools, from truly embracing these tools, from using these tools to their true full potential. And I was cracking up as you were talking because you're like, our brains want to burn the least amount of calories possible. So they will take you down the safe route, the safe that you believe, or the route that you believe and know. And I'm chuckling because AI tools actually, once we start embracing them, can make us burn so many less calories. Actually, our brains will be so happy when we can actually integrate AI into this is our identity of thinking AI is this amazing, helpful tool and whatnot. So long story short, Mindi already kind of teased this, guys, but actually Mindi and I are going to host a workshop together so that we can start embracing using AI tools to their fullest potential and feel truly empowered and awesome about using these tools instead of either not using these tools at all or using them, but feeling kind of judged and not really using them in the best way that you potentially can, right? So make sure that you keep an eye out for this workshop because it's going to be happening very, very soon. But let's talk real quick about how this identity can manifest in the way that we use AI tools. Like, what do you think? What really are we holding ourselves back from? Or how does this manifest in the way that we're using them and whatnot?
Well, the support, like being worthy of support. And there's a couple ways it's going to show up subconsciously as well in use or lack thereof of AI. Think about the person who maybe is using it, but then they're redoing everything like that perfectionistic, right? And if I don't do it myself, I have found myself doing this before, like changing my verbiage to say, instead of I used my AI to create XYZ. Well, I gave it all the info justifying that I gave it all the information and then it spit out what I asked it for, that I was doing the heavy lifting kind of thing, which is wild when we think about that, right? That we need to explain this support. Let's just think about so that people can get a real concrete shift from this. What about driving a car? So you're driving the car. Are people judging you for using this mode of transportation that saves you time, that, saves money if you've got a more, oh my gosh, I just lost the word, economical vehicle, all these types of things. Like, yes, there's a subset of people judging you for driving a car. Yes, there are. Like, there's a tiny group. Here's the truth. We're always going to be judged. And honestly, no one is thinking about us that much either. They're too busy self-judging. So where do you want to start flexing your subconscious identity confidence muscle? That's where do we want to do that in supporting ourselves or in continuing to support what other people may or may not think about us? Because that's the choice. Choose your heart, right? This is choose your difficult sort of thing. Which one is more difficult? I think that it is for women, it's more difficult to choose ourselves. And now let's redefine worth and what we get to prove to ourselves that we are worthy of support, right? We're not, here's another beautiful one. Most of us, because I'm not going to generalize with all, most of us don't have the type of washing machine that's the hand crank one anymore, where we're scrubbing it on the washing board and then cranking it through, right? No, we don't. As a matter of fact, some of us send our laundry out. Not me. I live in a little tiny town. That's not even an option. However, I know some brilliant entrepreneurs that do not do their laundry. They send it out. And they're perfectly okay with that because using that tool, outsourcing that in that way saves them time, saves them energy, keeps them more in their zone of genius, which is why we become entrepreneurs in the first place, right? To create that freedom. And now I feel like I maybe didn't answer the question, but we went down a whole other rabbit hole. Was that?
I freaking loved it. No, I mean, you totally did. And here's the thing, there's so many just internal belief systems that we all hold. And it's so hard to tap into those and truly shift them. But when you can, life just becomes so much, not just easier, but more expansive and opportunistic. All of a sudden it's like, whoa. And you just feel more confident and have possibilities in your life, right?
And what's valuable? You just said opportunistic. You can't delegate externally what you don't feel safe receiving internally. So let's rewire our definition of value. Like our time is everything because it's finite. And so what opportunities do we want to create with that? True productivity is our nervous system regulated, right? We're not cheating when we use AI. We're choosing our capacity. What do we actually want to pour ourselves into as women? Where do we really want to be able to have the capacity to be present? And AI is going to help us ease that load to be more present, changing the freaking world, right? Changing the environment in our home, raising amazing humans, if that's what we choose to do, right? All of those pieces. AI is literally a support system for that because we're talking about using it in our business and how to allow it to sound authentically. We get to train it, right? We also get to use it in all kinds of places in our lives, right? I know we didn't talk about this, but this is so funny. I recently told my youngest daughter, she was like, well, how are you using AI all the time? What do you mean? And mine has a name, right? My chat, her name is Sophia, means wisdom.
I love
them. And I have skincare things. And I couldn't remember what am I supposed to do where? And so I just told Sophia, Sophia, here's what I've got. Please give me the morning and nighttime routine. Now I know, right? Now they're ordered. I don't have to remember it. I didn't have to go research each individual product to know what it was supposed to become for or after. Talk about increasing my productivity. Holy cow. And now my skin glowing because I'm using the system morning and night all the time because I don't have to think about it. That is just seriously one way that I am so worthy of support because what does that do for me then? The time, the energy, all that kind of stuff. Cause energy also finite, right? Our time is finite. Our energy is finite. And so how can we tap into that evolvement? Like you said, cause that's what we can be left behind, which there's already a big enough wage disparagement gap, right? Between us and our counterparts, or we can step to the forefront and evolve, right? We don't have to do everything to be enough. We are worthy because we're sitting here breathing. This comes stock on our model is worth. There's nothing we could do or not do to make us any more worthy. And this is also a leadership move for us as women, right? Shifting our internal belief system about who we get to be in the tools that we use to support ourselves is leadership.
Yes. And guys, this is why I am so stoked for this workshop that Mindi and I are hosting together very soon. So check the show notes for the link because we're going to link it down there. But literally, we are taking, whether you have been a little bit hesitant to use AI tools or you've been using AI tools, but now that you're hearing Mindi and I speak, you're like, hold up, am I doing the thing where I'm rewriting everything that AI is sending me? Am I doing the thing where I'm not going to AI when I'm feeling stuck in my day-to-day, whether that's in personal life, skincare stuff, or whether that's in your business, right? If you're feeling right now man, I've been holding myself back a little bit probably when using AI tools, and I don't really know why or how or what that looks like, but I know that I could use these to a fuller potential and really transform not only my life, but those around me, right? That's who this workshop is for. We're going to be talking through a lot of these internal belief systems that don't necessarily have to do with AI, but then end up manifesting in the way that we use AI, right? And then we'll also be doing some live exercises and practices for helping us to shift those internal belief systems and then also use ChatGPT or an AI tool in an easier, more opportunistic way and stuff. So this workshop is going to be freaking awesome. And I was also just have to side note real quick and laugh at the fact when we were talking about what tangible ways am I holding myself back when it comes to using AI tools? And you were talking about rewriting every single thing. that's something that I not only like practiced for the longest time, but I was proud of for the longest time, right? Was that, oh my gosh, don't worry, guys. I still rewrite everything that ChatGPT throws my way. Don't worry. I'm still changing words. And I would say, I'm still saving so much time because, yeah, it used to take me an hour to put out an Instagram post. Now it takes me, a good 15 minutes. But I used to be that person standing on the pedestal being like, I never copy paste anything from ChatGPT straight into my Instagram caption. However, nowadays I'm like, okay, guys, I'm still reading through everything ChatGPT throws my way because it aligns with my values and my authentic self and how I want to put content into the world. But I'm proudly now copy pasting a lot of things word for word from ChatGPT into an Instagram caption. Maybe changing a word or a sentence here or there, but not as much anymore because ChatGPT is super trained to know my brand voice. But when you were talking, it was one of those realizations I even had during this conversation where I was like, okay, that was even another tiny example of me feeling righteous for working extra hard. You know what I mean?
Okay, everybody, just like take that in for a minute. You're always winning the subconscious game you're playing. Right? Like, Kinsey just laid it out for us. If you're tired of overworking, if you're tired of overthinking, if you're tired of like this need, I'll call it, to come from this place, like, look at me, I do it all, this martyr almost place, again, so outdated. It's time to change the rules. It's time to change the rules for yourself. It gets to feel safe to be this woman who calls it all the support. Because let's be honest, I want, someone I want a personal chef. Like, I want all of the support, and I'm happy to tap into all the ways that allow me to show up in my zone of genius so that I can call in more and put more out into the world and change them.
Yes. Okay, my beautiful listeners. So if you're hearing us chatting and you're like, okay, yeah, I am ready to stop showing up in my life from a place of fear, a fear of judgment, a fear of disrespect, a fear of whatever, or like just feeling icky. I don't want to feel icky anymore. And instead, use AI tools, step into your power, embrace the support, feel confident, and feel like you're using them to your fullest and feel more like, wow, AI is opening up this world of opportunity, of possibility. And yes, I'm here to embrace it. And I'm ready to be with a community of people who are as well. Then we would love for you to sign up for our workshop that we're hosting together. It's going to be a super awesome 90-minute session. Mindi is going to walk us through a lot of these internal belief shifts that we really need to make that not just have to do with AI tools. This can help you in so many different other areas, but it really will help you to embrace using AI tools, feel safe and comfortable and excited to use AI tools. And then I'm also going to be sharing several very hands-on exercises where we will literally be using your AI tool. We'll be prompting it and getting comfortable using these tools in these ways and stuff. So make sure that you sign up for the workshop. It's going to be awesome. But Mindi, can you also please share with us just where everyone can connect with you and find all your things, find out more about you? Because I know everyone's going to want to do that.
Yes. Find me on Instagram, and it's Mindi Huebner. I'm the only one on Instagram. And if you are ready to start right now, you don't know that, like, the moment that you hear this, find me on Instagram, DM me the word support, and I will help you immediately with some prompts to start shifting so that you're primed for the workshop, so that you can start having this perspective shift and allowing more safety to come into your subconscious identity about who you get to be with support.
Oh, thank you so much, Mindi. I am so freaking excited for this workshop, and I know that everyone else is going to be too.
Thank you.
How great was Mindi, you guys? I swear, like, when I was just sharing with her about some of those things that come up for me often when it comes to talking to women, especially about using AI tools and the guilt that we can feel and all the things, when she told me, girl, this is not a mindset issue, this is a subconscious identity issue, my mind was like, okay, this makes total sense as to why this is so deeply seated internally in us and why it truly is so hard to not even overcome, but even recognize in ourselves sometimes, right? So if this conversation resonated with you, if you are ready to really embrace using AI tools more so that you can create more time, more success, more wealth for yourself and your family and live the life you want to live with the support of AI tools, my friends, please come join us at this workshop. It is going to be frickin' amazing. And you can grab your seat now at DIYwith.ai/mindset. That is DIYwith.ai/mindset. I've linked it in the show notes. Come join us live in a couple of weeks at the point of this episode airing. But if you're listening to this after we've already done the workshop, don't worry, the replay will still be available as well. Make sure you sign up, my friend. Share it with all of your women entrepreneur friends as well. DIYwith.ai/mindset. I cannot wait to see you there. Thank you so much for tuning in to Authentic AI for Entrepreneurs, my friend. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your shows.